We're ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So UMass offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try and slow this guy.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
He finds his man, and there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UMass. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Illinois' offense will get the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Illinois lining up quickly. Dropping back, it's Verrier. Got his man in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first down.
And they got him for the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, UMass! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First down to start the drive after the break. Hand off from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Illinois right back to the line. Back to throw. It's Verrier. Looking deep. Snatches it on the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Illini. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just 2 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on fourth down.
Man, I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
He's got the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Dropping back, it's Verrier. Quick completion on the out. Push down for the tackle. Illinois lining up quickly. Wants to throw on third down. Fires on the run. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career.
He's going for the big play. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He makes the catch. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change when you could.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking downfield, it's Verrier. Got his man in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last?
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This guy is so comfortable in zone coverage. They're playing cover 2, and he's just back there roaming around in the middle of the field. He's so confident in his speed to break on the ball. As soon as he saw where the QB was trying to go with it, he put his heel in the ground, accelerated, and made the pick.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let it go. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Minuteman! And that one will give him the lead. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
He'll keep it himself. There's a live football. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Got his man on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to pass. It's Verrier. Gets it out fast. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
He's got great speed, and the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UMass offense returns to the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Good enough for a first down.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down and run.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, UMass! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
First down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Illinois right back to the line. Makes his connection. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Offense in the hurry-up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll line up for a second down play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. He'll pull it on the read. To the the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, the running backs and the quarterbacks in this offense, they got to give a lot of their success running the football to this offensive line up front. They're getting tremendous push. It doesn't matter who has the football, who's keeping the football. You're just seeing this group up front drive this defense backwards.
It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Back to the air one more time. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois!
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, hold onto the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making a play.
On third down, he drops to throw. The running back gets his hands on it, but he's not able to stay in bounds. It's fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Illinois lining up quickly. To the air, it's Verrier. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Quick step and go. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Illini. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
I think they keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but you got to keep that clock moving.
Here's the handoff. And the first guy couldn't. Second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Charlotte 49ers, Jerry Richardson Stadium, and the fans have been filling this one up in anticipation of this clash. UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Charlotte 49ers return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he...
And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
And this is not the way they envision the opening drive going with the 3rd and long coming up. He leaves it with his back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Minutemen offense heads onto the field for the first time today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back and linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Takes it on the shovel. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Buying some time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UMass. They'll try to add another to their lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
UMass 7, Charlotte 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, guys.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense on balance?
They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Open space at the 25. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's a nice job running the end route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Charlotte, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. If you go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The 49ers will send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The UMass offense returns to the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Minutemen! And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in College Park. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success.
Well, they knock it free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Dances away from the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack. And what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air, it's Wilkins. Throwing right. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, UMass. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
UMass 28, Charlotte 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quarterback gets past the marker. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the 49ers are in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Working on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. You can break this down a lot of ways, but on that play, the quarterback just believed his guy was better than the defense.
And he was really right. And anytime you get pressed, man, where that corner on the outside is all the way up on the line of scrimmage, trying to get hands on that wide receiver. If I win right away, oh, man, you can make a big play on the outside, and he makes a big play for his quarterback.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Snags it, and he got it right to the doorstep before he was knocked out of bounds at the 1. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 and told.
He's going for it all. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Off play action on first down. Makes the grab on the left. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Wilkins. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires one high and deep. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The 49ers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to set the tone with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Got him, and nobody's close. And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Quarterback now breaking the field. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Now on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. And that pass is caught at the 25. Touchdown, UMass! And the pummeling has started. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UMass 35, Charlotte 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Now on 2nd down after the good first down run. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the punishment has been extended. Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UMass 42, Charlotte.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Swings it out to his running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The 49ers decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The UMass offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done it.
Looking for a huge play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they did tack on the extra point.
49, Charlotte 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
This offense has a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Fires to the big fella. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol.
That's another Charlotte.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to throw it again. Slips a tackle. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got some room to run. Touchdown, UMass! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Snagged in the middle, it's Bryant. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Trying to find his man on first down. Back open in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got the back over the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
On second down, looking again to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, UMass! And the route is on. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys and those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Gets away. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Ready to fire from the pistol. He's looking for an open man on second down. Quickly complete. All kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He wants to throw it again. Dumps it off in the flats. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Unleashes to the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. The UMass offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt.
He's going to fire deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the stomping has commenced. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And the extra point was good.
UMass 70, Charlotte 3.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Look out on the right. Pass to 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still counted for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us.